Tomorrow, a woman is expected to be arraigned in the gruesome murder of her own son. It's a tale of two towns. Police say the murder happened in the city of St. Clair Shores, but the body was dismembered and driven to St. Clair County, where the remains were dumped. And as 7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette shows us, there's an eerie similarity to another major murder case.
The last time body parts were discovered in similar fashion, Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle was the sheriff, and he says in this case there are striking similarities. The 59-year-old woman seen here in surveillance video is now behind bars, arrested in connection with the discovery of body parts dumped in St. Clair County just last week. Sources say the 32-year-old victim is her son.
When you're working out a suspect, when you have somebody you really believe is the individual, you try to communicate with them, try to talk to them. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't want to talk to you.
Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle talks about leading the investigation that sent convicted killer Stephen Grant to prison for the murder and dismemberment of his wife Tara. Hackle recalls the crime 7 years ago and the eerie similarities to this one, including a missing persons report first filed by a close family member.
As we progress through this case, I couldn't tell you how many times family members and neighbors were calling us saying, you know, quit picking on Stephen. You got the wrong guy. He would never do this to his wife. And yet we knew there was something wrong. We knew he was up to something, and we just couldn't quite pin it down until we found the actual body.
In this case, this was the scene just a few days ago as Chopper 7 flew overhead where body parts were thrown out of a moving SUV. Back when Hackle investigated Stephen Grant, there were human remains scattered throughout Stony Creek Metro Park. Then and now, Hackle says there are two things working in favor of detectives.
Guilt and truth are two things that are something that you have to really focus in on. And when somebody feels guilty, they can't help but talk or say something to someone. In our particular situation, when it came to Stephen Grant, he was saying a lot of mistruths publicly.
Tomorrow we are expecting the woman in custody to be charged with open murder. Stay with 7 Action News as this story develops. In Macomb County, Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News.